Hey there, hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be going over a new organic strategy to obtaining clients for your online personal training business with ease. So, the benefits of this strategy is there's no upfront costs, there's no spending on advertisements, it's very easy to do so, and the rewards are tremendous. In comparison to the two outdated strategies we're going to be going over first, this new strategy leaves them completely in the past and makes them both irrelevant. So starting out here, we have the outdated costly strategy, which begins with spending money on advertisements to generate attention. This is known as paid attention. We then send that paid attention towards a video sales letter or opt-in page in which the client has an opportunity to opt in and book a call. If they do so, we then attempt to close them on a sales call. The problem with this strategy is it begins with spending money to generate that attention, which results in a high cost. After doing so, we're constantly worrying about conversion in terms of our video sales letter page or opt-in page because we had to pay for that attention. Lastly, those who actually book onto a sales call are usually going to be very difficult to close, resulting in high resistance sales calls. Overall, this is a very ineffective strategy and is left obsolete in comparison to the new strategy. The second outdated strategy is what I like to call the permanent uphill battle. This begins with trying to find prospects, which arises the question, where will you find qualified prospects? After locating your prospects, you then attempt to try to book them onto a demo call, which arises the question, how are you actually going to convince them to book a call with you? After managing to book them onto a call, we actually try to close the sale, which arises the question, how will you overcome all the resistance and objections when attempting to close? This results in two outcomes. Number one, you actually pass the objection successfully and you manage to close the client. This is going to be a very, very small percentage of the time, hence all the people struggling with obtaining new clients. Secondly, your prospect is going to say no if you didn't successfully overcome the objections, and they're going to be gone for good. Why is that? Well, when a prospect realizes that they have nothing to benefit from the relationship besides being sold to, this usually results in them leaving you for good if they don't actually buy with you. So overall, this is an extremely high resistance sales process, as well as very, very difficult in each one of the steps. This is also left obsolete in comparison to the new strategy, which we're going to be getting into right now. So before we do so, I just wanted to let you guys know if you've been using either one of these strategies and you've been finding difficulty with that, it's not actually your fault. This is what the industry has taught us to do. It's taught us to want results immediately as opposed to investing in the future of our business and building a lasting community. So, getting into the new strategy, we have multiple steps. If this looks any bit confusing to you, don't worry at all. We're going to be breaking all that down right now. So number one, this begins with free valuable content in the forms of short form content and long form content. So this could be YouTube videos, podcasts, as well as shorts or reels, which are those 60-second or less videos. And you want to be delivering a ton of free value to your viewer base. Secondly, we want to capture and store the attention in a private community. So this allows you to obtain emails and build your personal vault of warm leads. I would do this in the form of a Facebook or Discord group. So once again, to quickly recap, you're going to be providing free value in the form of short form and long form videos. That's going to generate free attention in comparison to paying over here for ads to generate paid attention. Once we have that attention, we're going to capture and store it within a private community. Now, after we've done so, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to nurture our viewer base with free value. So this is a very, very important step right here. Once you actually have captured the attention of your viewer base successfully, you want to constantly hammer down with the very best value you have and delivering it for free. What's that going to do now is it's going to allow you to DM already warmed leads. So people who have opted in to your attention to your content and actually join your community, for example, they're actually beginning to familiarize themselves with you, and they're actually saying that they enjoy your content and they trust you by opting in. This actually causes them to become somewhat of a warm lead. So now when you DM people, you're going to have a much higher response rate in comparison to this strategy or this strategy. Now, once you've done so and you've DM'd them, you're going to be able to start to book sales calls with ease and sign new clients. Coming over here into this step, people who actually opt into your community, it actually allows you to build a personal vault of warm leads. So everyone in the community is constantly going to be nurtured with your free value and your excellent content. You also have their emails, so you can follow up with them further and get straight into their inbox directly in front of their attention. You also want to add a call to action within your emails, and I would recommend a sequence of 3 to 12 per week. So over here we have a few points which are extremely important and why I don't want you guys to miss out on nurturing your clients. So nurturing gives those who are not quite ready to buy yet the opportunity to grow into your perfect and ideal client later down the road. So for example, if someone's not ready to buy today, that's not a problem. You don't lose out on this client and they become a client later down the road because you give them the opportunity to grow into that. By continuing to provide them with free value, they don't have a reason to leave you, even if they're not buying. As opposed to this strategy right here, when the prospect says no, or if they didn't manage to buy for whatever reason, they're going to leave you and you lose out on a potential customer for good. In this new strategy, if someone says no, like we said, you don't lose out on anything. They're actually still going to become your ideal client later just by continuing to nurture them with free content and free value. So nurturing is also going to cause community members to jump straight to wanting to work with you without having to reach out to them, solely off of the free value you provided them. So if you're actually providing your community with quality, free, valuable information, chances are they're going to have the experience to win in terms of whatever content you're providing for free. So let's say someone manages to lose 10 pounds with the free value you provided them. They can only imagine the results that are going to occur when they pay for your paid services. This is going to cause people to jump straight from your personal community right over to wanting to work with you without you having to even take a sales call. In comparison to both of these strategies, you're going to experience a ton of resistance and you have to do that sales call step for every single booked client. So breaking down the steps further, step number 1, generate attention for your business free of charge in the form of short and long form content. What that's going to do for you, develop trust with your viewer. It's going to allow you to appear as a figure of authority or an expert within your industry. And most importantly, it gives them the opportunity to win for free. Secondly, we want to build our vault of warm leads so you can utilize and get in front of their attention at any time. So you're going to be able to obtain emails and other important credentials through having a private community, and you have a direct access to get right in front of their attention consistently. So it also gives you the opportunity to begin nurturing. And as we mentioned before, some members from the vault will jump straight to a sales call or even wanting to work with you directly without the need of the sales process. In our third step, which is nurturing, as I mentioned, it's extremely important. By continuing to nurture with free value, you give everyone the opportunity to grow into your perfect client. This creates a resistance-free sales process later, because as we mentioned, you've given them so much free value, they're already familiar with you and trust you. When you actually come to booking that sales call and actually trying to close the client, you're going to experience much less resistance than any one of these two strategies up here. Also, it's going to begin your word of mouth effect, meaning clients who have a successful experience with you or actually just enjoy your content in general, even if they haven't signed up with you, they're going to begin to tell their friends. And as a result of that, you're going to grow exponentially. Also, as we mentioned, members from your email list will also jump to a sales call or directly to even working with you due to nurturing. And lastly, we have the time to reach out and start booking sales calls. So you're going to experience much less resistance and a higher conversion rate due to the free value you provided, which is nurturing. Trust is built, and you already gave the opportunity to your clients to win for free, so they can only imagine what's going to occur with your paid services. So when you gave them the opportunity to win for free with the free value provided, like I said, they can only imagine what's going to happen with your paid services. In the example of someone losing 10 pounds with just free value, they're going to truly imagine that their goals in terms of fitness and health are going to be extremely attainable or attainable faster with you and your paid services. Plenty of audience members will already have reached out and started to wanting working with you without you needing to DM them due to nurturing and free value provided. And as we mentioned, the word of mouth and exponential growth begins. So if you wanted to replicate this workflow, it would actually cost you around $20 per lead, which is the industry average. That's going to result in 600 to 2,000 in paid ads per day. So just some metrics here to show you guys how effective this strategy is. So one short at the bare minimum obtains around 300 to 1,000 views. Obviously, this is the bare minimum. 2 to 3 shorts per day, which is what we recommend. That's going to net you around 600 to 2,000 views free of charge. So as we mentioned, step 1, providing free value, generates attention for your business free of charge. Now, if we add a call to action within the description of those shorts, and we assume a 5% rate, which is once again the lowest, of short viewers joining your offsite community or private group, that results in 30 to 100 requests per day to join your group. Assuming a 50% qualification rate, that results in 15 to 50 qualified warm leads every single day. Now, the bare minimum, again, at a 10% booking rate for your sales calls, that results in 1 to 5 sales calls per day. So right here with this strategy, you're going to be able to book 1 to 5 sales calls per day free of charge while growing your audience at the same time. In comparison to this strategy right here, or this strategy right here, these both are left in the dust in comparison when trying to spend money on ads, worrying about conversion, and then struggling on sales calls. Or if you try to do it for free and you're literally struggling in each and every single one of these steps with having a very slim chance of closing any deals, this is your gold mine. Now, this degree of free distribution allows for business owners to access thousands of eyes, own the viewer's attention, and convert them into customers at a fraction of the cost in comparison to advertisements. That's what's so powerful about this strategy, right? We're not spending anything, yet we're generating attention for free. We're capturing that attention. We're then nurturing the people who chose to watch us, which is going to result in a super easy sales process later down the road. And we're growing our audience simultaneously. So now we're left with 2 options, guys. You can perform all 5 steps yourself, which is definitely possible, but time consuming and thus less effective. Or you can work with industry experts who handle all the time consuming tasks and leave you with the profitable ones, being producing content and closing sales calls all day, which are all low resistance sales calls. So what would it look like to work with a team of industry experts? You would have your own personal editing team to help you pump out higher quality content at a more effective rate, meaning more attention generated free of charge in terms of not spending on ads. But once again, that editing team will come at a cost, but it's going to be much less than ads. Secondly, your own team of virtual assistants who build and manage your own personal private community, and your own team of growth specialists dedicated to DMing your prospects and booking you sales calls 24/7, which once again is going to leave you with 1, producing content, and 2, closing those low resistance sales calls. So I hope you enjoyed this training, and I hope you guys understand that you need to be producing free content, capturing the attention that it generates, nurturing those who chose to opt in with you, and then later you can now DM them, get onto a sales call, and then book them, right? If you have any questions about this strategy or you would like to work with some industry experts who can execute the strategy for you perfectly, go ahead and contact us at Pump Acquisition. Make sure to join our Discord community so you can get access to this training document itself. And if you have any questions, just reach out to us. Hope you enjoyed this training. Have a great day.